Bird of Prey 5. El Caruga. Kapla. Kapla.
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Caruga. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm meeting new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. And that means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird o' Prey 5 channel. Hail Caruga.
Hello, world! It's Bird o' Prey 5 Cupla, and welcome to Bed Life for Friday, March 22nd, 2024, aka William Shatner's 93rd birthday, aka our good friend Daniel's Hot Topics birthday. So a happy birthday to Daniel's Hot Topics, and a happy birthday to William Shatner. Now, I know for a fact that they are both listening. So who will acknowledge being here first? Will it be Bill Shatner or will it be Daniel Hot Topics? We'll see. Or maybe Daniel's actually out with his family having a wonderful birthday, in which case maybe he'll be around later to hear it. Either way, I know one of them has heard me. Captain MKG, first in the chat today, says yes. Kapla, Captain MKG. Hope you're doing well. Captain Fandom Nerd, the close second captain to say hello today. Hello, Captain Fandom Nerd. John Araki says bird juice, birtle juice, birtle juice, birtle juice, birtle juice. And John Araki gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, John Araki. And John Araki, of course, started off today with a 99-cent Super Poop super sticker, which I always appreciate. Thank you so much, John Araki, for that Super Poop super sticker. But your 5 gifted memberships today include 5 lucky people: Resolute Germ, John DeMarco, Cody Guy, JPs, and Roosters were all gifted a membership by John Araki. It would appear Resolute Germ and John DeMarco were not,
Scanning.
memberships had
Indications
expired.
negative at this time.
But Cody Guy, JP's, and Roosters were already subscribed. I'll have their current subscriptions extended. So thank you, John Araki. And executive producer Saul Leibowitz says a happy birthday to the best Starfleet captain. Indeed. John Araki, hashtag steals birds garbage. Well, John Araki, if you want to go ahead and gift memberships, you are free to steal my garbage. I'm afraid wishing somebody would steal the garbage today. Richie Poole has 4 alpacas in the chat for being the 4th person here. Also 4 crystal skulls and 4 Sisso Prey emojis for Richie Poole. Jedi Bill says, Kapla, Brother Warrior, Birdo Bray 5. All should hail Karoga. Absolutely, Bill. Absolutely. Miss Londell's Groovy Movie says, Kapla, Kapla, Mr. Londell. Mike Richards is greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. And Mike Richards says, bird of Karoga, strong as he could be. Watch out for that tree, maybe. No, that I added. Mike Richards says, can be. Yes, can be. Just check. Yvette, good evening to the lovely Yvette. Yvette says, good evening, Bird and everyone. Thank you, Yvette. Positive Candor says, happy Shat Day. Yes, it is William Shatner's birthday today. All types of days revolving around the one and only Bill Shat. Resolute Germs says, hello all. Hello, Resolute. LDG hashtag free the net gives a wave. Welcome, LDG. Kapla. Captain Phantom Nerd says hello to Yvette. And also a hey to Resolute. Who says hey back to the captain. Words and Pictures says Kapla Birdo 5. Good to hear you. Good to be here. Thank you for making my Friday evenings wonderful. Oh, Words and Pictures. Thank you. I try. I try to help. I feel these days I am not doing as well as I could be doing for you guys, but I do appreciate you guys continue to make me feel special by coming and saying nice things. LDG says my favorite part of Fridays. Oh, you see it? That really means something. Thank you. Philip Gaming says hello. Happy birthday to the chat. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wishing William Shatner a wonderful birthday. Saw him on TV a few times this week. He was on the morning news shows. And to be honest, he is starting to look his age. The man has been a beast. He's been for somebody 93 years old, he was acting like somebody much, much younger, okay? If you compared him to say Patrick Stewart, who's, I think, 10 years younger than him. But if you saw Patrick Stewart trying to give an interview or something, you would often, he seemed tired. He seemed like he needed just time to sit and to collect his thoughts. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was doing probably better than I was, but I was really low energy this last year. But Patrick, Patrick Stewart looked like he still needed help, whereas William Shatner, he was seemingly he was better at. William Shatner didn't need nearly as much help as Patrick Stewart did, and he was 10 years older. But looking at Shatner now, I'm starting to. His age is starting to peak. You see it in his eyes, you see it on his face, and I'm not one to talk, obviously, because I have my own issues, but it's clear that Shatner, he's getting old, and it's sad. It's sad to see, our heroes aren't going to be around forever. Just a reminder of our own mortality. Positive Candor says, are the migrants taking over Caroga since it's a sanctuary area? I don't know where you found the sanctuary area, Positive Candor, but well, maybe because part of it is under the technically the rule of New York City for now, but don't worry, we'll deal with New York City one of these days. We'll get it straightened out. But Caroga is what Caroga is. Hakeem says Kapla bird, Kapla Hakeem. Pop Culture Curator says hello everyone, Kapla Pop. Kapla Pop. Hakeem says Kapla to Pop Culture Curator. Mike Richards says, thank Bird, it's Friday, TBIF. Indeed, TBIF. And Philip Gaming says, I've met both captains, great guys. Sir Patrick Stewart does seem a little frail. Well, I'll tell you, I was shocked, mostly because of how frail he looked, to find out he cheated with another wife. He cheated with he was, oh, okay, granted this was 10 years ago, but he was dating a 20-year-old only, okay, what, 10 years ago, maybe a little more. Patrick Stewart dating a 20-year-old. Google. Google is calling me. Oh, it could be Sisofray. Hello? Hello?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm reaching out to you regarding like your Google Ads account. So this is where you go to the top tab, copy. Thank you.
Uh, no, they were calling. They're the Google Ads account. They want me to add money to my ads account because I have it sent at 2 cents a day. I thought it was a joke call, but it wasn't. It was just a junk call. Anyway, sorry about that, people. Yeah, Patrick Stewart. Is your computer running slowly? No. We can fix this. Just give us your name and social security number. That's what I thought it was going to be, Stanley. But I think it was a legit Google. I gave Google my number once because I thought they were going to call me with how to fix. I wanted to ask them how to fix something. And of course, the guy that called was just somebody trying to sell me advertising. And I was like, I don't want it. I only want it if you can fix this. And he's like, what's this? And I was like, he had no clue what I was talking about. And I said, you don't have any clue what I'm talking about, do you? He said, no. He admitted it. So I was like, okay, never mind. And I backed out. And ever since I spoke to him, now Google calls on a semi-regular basis. And every time they call, I start asking if they can solve this issue. And they realize they're not calling from that department. So I say, never mind then. And anyway, today I decided not to go through all that since it was an inconvenient time. Arabic Sonder says Kapla. Kapla Arabic Sonder. What were we talking about? Patrick Stewart cheating on his wife with a 20-year-old. So I guess I give him a little props for that. I honestly, I'm surprised. I'm more surprised that there was a 20-year-old who thought that. I guess they must be Star Trek fans, right? I mean, I guess if you're a young woman, maybe you really had a crush on Captain Picard. Maybe. Like, I feel weird. It feels weird thinking that. Because I mean, like, here's the thing. As a guy, I I can't imagine that there were a ton of dudes who had crushes on Captain Janeway. So much so that even if she was 65, 70 years old, that they would be like, oh, baby, you know? Like, maybe, like, I understand Patrick Stewart, he goes to a Star Trek convention, and I'm sure there are plenty of 40 plus year old women who still would, sign a sheet, he could come out with a sheet and a sign up sheet for 5 to 10 minutes with as many women as they wanted and just come in backstage. You're my 915. You're my 925. You're my 922. And oh, you and your twin sister? Yeah, okay. You guys can share an hour or something. But I just don't think there's as many dudes who would be ready to sign up for 20 minutes with Kate Mulgrew at whatever age she is now, um, just to have their Voyager fantasies fulfilled. And the fact, less so with 20-year-old dudes, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. Phillips says some guys would hit it for bragging rights. Really? Like Kate Mulgrew? Who are you gonna brag it to? That's the only thing I don't understand. Anti-derivative Jill says hello, listening and driving. How are you already? I guess Anti-derivative Jill has finished her Friday stream on Apollo 13. It was a wonderful discussion, remembering and watching Apollo 13. Drive safely, Jill. Drive safely. Schwario says, Bird will pray 5 Kapla Bird. Hope you and the other O'Prays are doing well today. Thank you, Schwario. And Schwario says, happy birthday to Bill Shatner. Captain Kirk. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's also Talk Like Captain Kirk Day. Today. I created it. I created Talk Like Captain Kirk Day 2 years ago today. It did not catch on. It did not catch on. Deej, hey Deej, good to see you. Deej says, I am Deej Cuddisus of Borg. You will be assimilated. Well, I don't know about that. But good to see you, Deej. Good to see you. Okay. Let's go on. Bring up the screen. Today is March 22nd, National Goof Off Day. So you're just goofing off. Today's your day. And it's also As Young as You Feel Day. Maybe this is a good day to talk about old men. As young as you feel, put the you in youth. This As Young as You Feel Day. Bavarian Crepes Day. Did you know that a Bavarian crepe from Bavaria is called a Flattaschneik? I did not. Daffodil Day. Daffodil Day usually raises funds and awarenesses for cancer using the cheerful symbol. Of course you would. It is Emancipation Day in Puerto Rico. Check out the Puerto Rican way to commemorate and celebrate Emancipation Day. Founding anniversary of the Philippine Army. It's Gryffindor Pride Day. Get ready for a magical ride as we explore the strong and proud house of Gryffindor. Interesting. International Goof Off Day again. They just got people riding office chairs down the hallway. We used to do that in college. We had the engineering building. It was one long hallway, and we would just get flung down the hallway and see how far we could go, trying to avoid the stairs, which were at the end of the hallway. International Seal Day. Canadians, don't stop. Keep your clubs to yourself, Canadians. Get ready to celebrate seals and learn some fascinating and amazing facts about them. Yeah, don't hit them. Don't smack them, Canadians and their seals. It's National Donald Day. Oh boy. On National Donald Day, let's celebrate and appreciate every Donald in the world. Wow. Every Donald. That means that Donald. It also means McDonald. Donald Duck, Donald something else, and McDonald. Nazareth Day. I don't know what that means. The beginnings of Nazareth Day. Never's Day. It's a new day, a new dawn, a new life. It's Never's Day. Talk like William Shakespeare Day. I bite my thumb at thee, and thee asketh me, wherefore I'm biting mine thumb. Wow. Talk like William Shakespeare Day. Here it is. Talk like William Shatner Day. I think somebody just typoed. Why would there be a day like Talk like William Shakespeare? It's Talk like William Shatner Day. Can you imitate William Shatner? Well, now is the day to test your talent. Maybe did somebody pick up on my Talk like William Shatner Day? Oh my God, it actually is a day. Talk like, well, they're saying talk like William Shatner, whereas I more correctly titled it Talk Like Captain Kirk Day. The World Day of Meta, not meta, meta. Stop, take a breath, and look for the best in someone and yourself. And finally, it's World Water Day. World Water Day aims to bring water aid to people who truly need it across borders. It's not okay that you truly need it. You have to truly need it and be across a border because, of course, you do. Let's see. Oh, wow. We got a lot. The multi-gunman is in the house. Says Bird, hey Bird, how's it going? It's going well, multi-gunman. I hope you're okay. Deej Ozzy says Bird, pronounced Lakotis, then just say Deej instead. Deej Cotus. Deej Cotus. Deej Cotus. The multi-gun man says Deej is banned. Schwario will be right back. And Deej says he will leave. Multi-gun man says, and by the way, hi, to Deej. Philip Gaming says, I've had several discussions with guys that have said that they do it with an elderly, out of shape celebrity for bragging rights. I personally don't think I would. I mean, it depends on the celebrity, but Kate Mulgrew, I just don't see. Now, if it was 7 of 9, if it was Jerry Ryan, I think you'd have plenty of guys lining up. But I don't think Kate Mulgrew is going to get the same treatment. Deed says hi at a multi-gunman. Cody guy says happy Friday. Happy Friday indeed. 47 Yorktown says hello, young sir. Hello, 47. Deed says I came out of self-isolation for the Shatner. Why are you in self-isolation? The multi-gunman says Puerto Rican emancipation from the evil Carogan Empire. No. 47 Yorktown says howdy and bonjour to Deej. Phillips says hey to Deej. International Seal Day by a bird's gonna club one. I don't club seals anymore. Words and Pictures says you isolating yourself, Deej. I miss you gaming streams. I usually keep quiet while you play. Bro hug. The multi-gunman says Bird of Prey 5. I will not keep the clubs to myself. I'll club the seals I want. I'll club all the seals I want, says the multi-gun man with his proud Canadian flag. Deed says, I got tired of hearing complaints about the video quality word, so I gave up on them for now. Oh, Deed. Philip Gaming says, Emancipation Day. Aren't they emancipated by the U.S. now? 47 Yorktown, hashtag Poke the Seals. D says to be or not to be. Multi-gunman says Bird of Prey 5. It's Caroga Day, 365 days a year. Caroga Day is the only day that matters. That is true. Deed says in the original Romulan. Stanley says is Bird doing a Christopher Walken impression? Oh no, no. No, I do not do Christopher Walken. Positive Candace says sue them, Bird. They stole your idea. I can't sue them. Deed says, I think he's having a Biden. I think he means a Biden moment. Lol. Stanley says, Deed, oh, a stroke. Isn't that the same thing? Deed says, WTF? Seriously, Bird? What? I don't understand what was so confusing. Captain Fandom Nerd says hello to Deed. Deed says, who was Picard when he was aboard? Locutus aboard. So you're saying you were Deej Cutus? Deej Cutus? That's all. I'm still trying to take away his nerd card. Who was Picard when he was a Borg? He was Locutus of Borg. Locutus. Deej-cutus. What did I say different? Deej-cutus. Deej says nerd card revoked. Deej says that's it. Kronos is unsubbing. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, swing in to say hi. Only have a couple of minutes. Very busy at work getting ready for a 3-day winter storm blizzard in case we have to shut down. Sorry to hear that, Gorilla. Tomorrow we're supposed to get a ton of rain, but thankfully not winter storm or blizzard. Stanley says, Deej isn't that cute. Finally, he pronounces it right, says Deej. And yet you kept pronouncing it wrong. I'll listen. I will listen after the fact and see what I was saying. Apologies. Obviously, it's Locutus. Okay. So, it's checking the news. I see the disturbing headline: 40 killed, but it's in Moscow, in a concert hall near Moscow. Well, that story is gone. The new top story is Kate Middleton, Princess of Wales, announces cancer was found during surgery she was undergoing. And I know Kate Middleton's been missing, missing from the public eye for like 40 days. So everybody knew something was up. What is preventative chemotherapy? Kate Middleton's cancer treatment explained. Kate Middleton, I remember as a very attractive person when they first got married, and even before that, she'd post a picture, and she'd be in like a short skirt or something, and the camera people were all trying to take pictures of her as she was jumping in cars and whatnot. And one day the wind got to her dress and blew it up, and of course everybody took pictures, and that was the hot thing to find online that day, was Kate Middleton. In fact, this was the days when I had the web forum. So Kate Middleton wind, Kate Middleton upskirt, Kate Middleton, anything like that. Those search terms were, I mean, they would get so high, the server would come down at times. It would just, and this was a forum that was mostly Jeep people, that was mostly talking about, their cars and their off-road vehicles and things of that nature. And yet, just the thought of seeing a picture of Kate Middleton naked. It used to overpower. It used to change the entire the server. Everybody would stop doing their Jeep stuff. Everybody would start looking for Kate Middleton nudes. At first, I was kind of feeling bad about, sharing, or not sharing, but allowing people to share her image, until I found out that she didn't by chance. She didn't by chance run into whoever she married. Harry? Is it Harry? I don't know. Whichever one of the brothers. She didn't run into him by chance. I found out that she completely changed which college she was going to go to so that she could go to the same college he was going to be at. That she had this plan, that it was completely her intention to go to his same college, to find him out, and to date him and to marry him. Like her life plan was to become a fucking princess or whatever it is. And she did it. She did it. She found him. She made sure that she was at the right parties. She made sure he got a good look at her. And God knows what else she did to make him happy. And yeah, she got him, and she became a real fucking princess. And good for her. Congrats. She's got a whole family now. And I'm sorry she's got cancer, but she will have the best uh, doctors that anybody could ever have. So if she has any chance in beating it, I'm sure she will have the opportunity to do so. But I do not feel bad for looking at some of those pictures, because that was publicity she wanted. That was publicity she wanted, and I'm not going to say I wasn't happy to see it. She was very attractive. Stanley says Deej isn't that cute. Positive Candace, as you were saying, Deej cut us instead of Deej cutus. You were saying Deej cutus instead of Deej cutus. I was saying Deej cut us instead of Deej cutus. Okay. Deej has been missing, and Kate has been, Deej says giggity giggity. Positive Candor says great googly moogly. Don't eat the yellow snow, says Deej. The Basco scenario says Birdo 5. Sup, bud? Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Basco. Hope you're doing well. Basco says hello to all the chat. Indeed says, what up, Basco? Vasco says, Deej, not much. Hope you are doing well. Deej says he's got a pulse. Bunch of pervs over on that Jeep forum. Lol. We're not pervs, Deej. We're just guys. We're just dudes. Basco says not Harry. Okay. Well, William. William, thank you, Basco. She married the smart one, says Deej. William. Harry is the dumb one that married Megan. Right. Well, I don't know that he was dumb to marry Megan, but I guess he's certainly not the smartest. Although yeah, well, I don't know. At least he's married, right? He did better than I did. DJ Play Nice is in the house. Says we. Although to be fair, I don't know that I'd have wanted to marry Kate Middleton. Now that I know that she was working hard to find him to get married. DJ Play Nice saying hi to Deej, to Jill, to Gorilla, and to Pop Culture Curator. DJ Play Night says great googly moogly ? Zappa. The music fingers. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Okay, I guess. Okay, Moscow shooting hall, at least 40 killed and 100 wounded in an attack. Oh my God. 40 dead, dozens injured after attackers opened fire inside a busy Moscow area concert venue. Russian state media reports. New York City weather, drenching downpour to bring flood threat to New York City tomorrow. Bronx drug bust. Officials seize pounds of cocaine and millions in cash from, what is that, Norway? Norwalk? Norwalk? Who knows? What do we got? Government passes 1.2 trillion government spending bill to avert shutdown. UN Security Council does not pass draft U.S. resolution on Gaza ceasefire. Of course not. Bitcoin halving, supply squeeze, parabolic bull run. I don't know what that means. Netflix viewers hooked within minutes of watching new sci-fi series that's been called a masterpiece. That sounds like an advertisement. I failed horribly. Star Trek's William Shatner reveals his biggest regret. What do you think? What do you think his biggest regret is? Oh, you bet it's Star Trek 5. Star Trek franchise star William Shatner reveals what he regrets the most from his storied career. Star Trek legend William Shatner accepts responsibility for Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, underperforming, acknowledging it as a significant setback in his career and his biggest regret. Oh, don't be that way, Bill. It wasn't that bad. Speaking to THR about his new autobiographical documentary, William Shatner, You Can Call Me Bill, the 92-year-old Shatner, now 93, reflected on his inexperience as a feature film director and the mistakes he made with Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. Admitting his failure, Shatner discussed his regret of not having the support and confidence to pursue his ideas fully. Shatner's original concept of exploring the theme of searching for God was met with skepticism from studio executives, leading to compromises in his vision. Shatner's struggles extend to managing the film's budget and dealing with studio constraints, resulting in a production that fell short of its projected success, both commercially and critically. Shatner started, I failed. In my mind, I failed horribly. I wish that I'd had the backing and the courage to do the things I felt we needed to do. My concept was Star Trek goes in search of God. And management said, well, who's God? We'll alienate the non-believer, so no, we can't do God. And then somebody said, what about an alien who thinks they're God? Then it was a series of my inabilities to deal with management and the budget. I failed. In my mind, I failed horribly. When I'm asked, what do you regret the most? I regret not being equipped emotionally to deal with a large motion picture. So in the absence of my power, the power vacuum filled with people that didn't make the decisions I would have made. Star Trek V has its challenges. The visual effects in Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, were marred by challenges, notably the unavailability of the esteemed effects house, Industrial Light and Magic. Shatner engaged a different VFX company, resulting in disappointing outcomes. Despite high expectations for the film's success, it faced stiff competition from other summer blockbusters like Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Ghostbusters 2, and Batman, creating a crowded market unprecedented in the number of sequels released simultaneously. I'll be honest, for all the problems I have with Star Trek V, which isn't really as many as most, I guess, I really don't have any problem. I don't have any problem with the effects. Like, I know there are people who are effects hogs or snobs, effect snobs, if you will. Everything's got to be perfect. But it's using your brain. I mean, it's perfectly fine. I have no problem with it. It was certainly good enough to me. You had the Enterprise. It was in space. I mean, okay, you're shooting up your boots, your gravity boots shoot you, past the same level 3 or 4 times, and all of a sudden the Enterprise has 70 or 60 something flights, levels, decks, 60 or 70 decks, when it usually has 20 or 30. But that's not a bad special effects. That's just poor design. However, for the joke, for the bit, you got to do it. You need to be in a very tall building for this for the gravity boots to make sense. I mean, also, why would anybody be at the very bottom of the ship? Why would, the bridge is at the very top. So why are they, I guess if they came in through the shuttle bay, maybe they could, I mean, so you're saying the brig, the, the I'm forgetting which order everything was in, but so the shuttle bay and the brig, okay, maybe at the bottom, but it really, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I don't blame that on the special effects. Anyway. Related. That's a great picture. That is a good picture. Unfortunately, I think that picture came up in one of the JJ films, if I'm not mistaken. Analysts had anticipated the Final Frontier to rake in nearly 200 million, but it fell significantly short, grossing only 49.5 million domestically and 63 million globally. Critically, the film was met with negative reviews, with critics such as Rob Lowling of the Sun Herald describing it likable but average, while Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times and Rita Kempley of the Washington Post criticized it as a mess and shambles, respectfully. Well, whatever. Booey. Booey. Um, DJ Play Nice says, Bird, I was married to a woman I met in college at age 19. I was divorced by 22, and I've lived my life as a single happy male in charge of my destiny and happy to face its challenges. Well, very cool, DJ Play Nice. You're married to a woman you met in college at 19, divorced by 22. Ever since then, uh, do you, DJ Play Nice says, she's leading the life that she was seeking when we were so young, and it does swell my heart to know that she is not only doing well, but is a version of the woman I loved and wanted to have the best. Very cool. Well, that's awesome that you feel like that. Basco says, Captain Phantom Nerd. All right, bud, hanging in there. Hope you are well. Resolute Germ says, we need a director's cut before it's too late. I agree. I want the Star Trek 5 director's cut. Daniel's Hot Topics. There he is. There he is, Daniel. Happy birthday, Daniel. I wished you a happy birthday at the beginning of the stream, along with William Shatner. But now that you're here, Daniel, you know which time it is. Happy birthday to you. Oh, wait, Daniel. Let's clear the screen so you can see me sing it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Daniel's Hot Topics. Happy birthday to you. And many, many more, Daniel. Happy birthday. 37 years old today, Daniel. 37 years old. Congratulations. I'm sorry, Deej. I'm sorry it's hurting Deej's ears for me to sing, but I got to do it. I got to do it. My man, Daniel, 37 years old today. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, Daniel. It's going to be, time just gets faster and faster. And it's, I'd like to say things, well, let's put it this way. Everything is different for everybody. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. And there's no reason to think you won't, Daniel. Daniel says, oh, thanks. That is awesome. You're welcome. Yeah, Deed says you're a young pup. You are. And Daniel's Hot Topic says, oh, guess what finished production? Did Section 31 finish production, Daniel? Speaking of Star Trek, I am curious. I am curious, Daniel. What is it that finished production? It's all downhill, Daniel. No, it's not necessarily downhill. I don't know. It's very possible it's Section 30. Okay. Let's see. Bitcoin having a supply squeeze. Was America safer under? Yeah, okay. Daily horoscope. Apple's green bubble. Android tax fuel. Social stigma. What? These towns have richest retirees in America. Flat and shallow. Netflix's three-body problem divides viewers in China. Residents of these 10 states are the most stressed out in America. Yeah, New York, and I'm sure. Former Nickelodeon co-stars respond to Drake Bell's quiet on set. Revelations. Jimmy Kimmel. Blah, blah. Freaknik documentary. Atlanta's Rowdy Spring revisited. Jack Black wants a School of Rock sequel, Uh-huh. Uh, Crypto markets, he's read as Bitcoin, Ethereum drop, Solana dip ahead of halving. Um, Gizmodo, X continues to break as fraudsters use deceptive links to scam you. Sources. Uh, um, Brooklyn, an elaborate ruse to trick neighbors to saying hello comes to bittersweet end. Okay, let's see what's the deal with that. After more than 1,000 hours of painting, artist Rusty Zimmerman is ready to return the oil portraits he's made to their subjects, the people of southern Brooklyn. Over the past year, 202 Brooklynites have sipped coffee, slouched and sometimes snoozed in the red upholstered chair that now sits perched on a wooden pedestal inside a street level gallery at Building 8 of Industry City. Each of these people of southern Brooklyn, some lifers and others relatively new arrivals, had spilled neighborhood stories and sometimes secrets while they sat for 4 or 5 hours, allowing artist Rusty Zimmerman to produce oil painting of them, for them, in a sun-soaked studio space upstairs. Subject number 21, Basil Saylor, shared his impressions of impossible ambitions of becoming the Pirate King of Bensonhurst. Pink-haired Maquina Leave of Sunset Park, number 153, ruminated on about her air guitar practice helped her navigate chemotherapy. Flatlands native Stanley Delva, number 69, talked about what it means to earn the right to properly talk shit about New York City. Vivian Liu of Bath Beach, number 63, recalled how her grandfather became a laundromat owner in Manhattan's Chinatown post-World War II, shortly after the repeal of the Chinese Exclusion Act. Zimmerman started the Free Portrait Project in 2015 as a way to practice painting and connect with his neighbors in Crown Heights. After moving to Kensington, he spent 2023 on a second round called We Are South Brooklyn, spreading the word on flyers and social media, picking up support where he could. While the term South Brooklyn dates back to when the borough was its own city, it often refers to the neighborhoods that were then its border, including Carroll Gardens, Cobble Hill, Gowanus, and Park Slope. No, bull fucking shit. That's not South Brooklyn. No wonder I didn't understand. No, that's north. These 202 portraits are together on display in Industry City from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. this Friday and Saturday, before they are returned to their subjects and dispersed at a closing ceremony on Sunday. Worthless paintings giving back to the people who sat there to have some no-name guy paint them. And now you're going to call it Southern Brooklyn. Fuck you. You're stealing the name. You don't get to steal the name. Southern Brooklyn. Anyway. Yeah, Kimmel's a douche. I agree. He was he I mean, the guy literally was the face of the Man Show. Him and his friend, they did the Man Show, which was the Man Show was great. The Man Show was hilarious. Okay? That was awesome. Now he's a tool. What a fucking tool, Jimmy Kimmel. What a disappointment. Words and Pictures says, may your heart be filled with happiness and your life with joy. I see you on Nerd Fights. Thank you for sharing yourself. I don't know who you're talking to. Words and Pictures. Oh, Daniel says thanks. Although I don't think they're doing any more open panels on Nerd Fights, but that's I don't know. It's what I thought I heard him say that. Deej says, with the name Basil, he wanted to become the butt pirate. Lol. JP says, lol, Bird losing his shit about New York stuff. Deej says, the story says South, so it has to be right. JP says, after the Man shows Kimmel balls, after the Man show, Kimmel's balls got chopped off. He tucked them, says Deej. He joined the Illuminati, says JP's. Mike Richards says, come on, Bird, tell us how you really feel. I get really annoyed when South Brooklyn doesn't get its due. Okay, I was a resident of South Brooklyn for a long time. No? No. Oh, I was a resident of Southern Brooklyn. Mom will pray.
There's a neighborhood called South Brooklyn at the northern end of Brooklyn.
There's a neighborhood called South Brooklyn at the northern end of Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Never heard of it. I never even saw that on a map. And I study maps my entire life.
Look it up again. But I'm talking about years ago.
Years ago.
Years ago, we didn't have any place called Dumbo.
Right.
The neighborhood names have changed.
Right.
But if somebody said they came from South Brooklyn,
you knew that was North Brooklyn?
yes.
I did.
But
Yeah. Well, I would call it South Brooklyn too. Anyway. Let's go and do Dear Bob. And I accidentally read a Dear Bob, so I left it. I left it there, but I know this Dear Bob. I know the contents of it. So we'll pretend like it's new. But I did when I was checking it before we started today, I accidentally clicked on it. So I forget what it was already, but if I remember, it wasn't. I'm trying to remember what it was. Well, whatever it is, we'll click on it. Okay. Oh yeah, it was pretty much nothing. Dear Bob, start spreading the news. I'm writing today. I want to be a part of it. Dear Bob, dear Bob, signed Frank Sinatra. P.S. Hail Caroga. Thank you, Mr. Sinatra. It's, well, well said. Well thought out, dear Bob there. And indeed, hail Caroga. See, I like it. Dear Bob, start spreading the news. I'm writing today. I want to be a part of it. Dear Bob, dear Bob. You get it? You know? Start spreading the news. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. You get it? Yeah. I know you do. I know you do. Ah, the song. This was the missing link. New York, New York was the missing link song that got me to like music, right? And it was because my 1986 Jeep Cherokee radio was stuck on AM 770 WABC, New York, uh, New York radio, news talk radio, but they had the New York Yankee games. They had the contract. So anytime the Yankees were playing, it would be on that channel. And being my car was radio was stuck to that channel. And I became a Yankees fan. As by chance, 1996, the year I started driving, was the first season the Yankees had won the championship in like 20 years. It was something I didn't intend to become a fan, but really I couldn't not become a fan. It kind of all happened together. Anyway, the Yankees would play every time they won New York, New York. And so by the end of the season, I was loving New York, New York. And to the point that I ended up ordering a single CD from Amazon. It was the Frank's best of Frank Sinatra that had New York, New York on it. Now, I didn't know at the time, but that CD is arguably the best Frank Sinatra CD ever released, with literally the best of the best of the best songs. Like his all out top of the line favorite, not favorite, not his favorite, but his all out top of the line best, his mega hits. It started with The Best Is Yet to Come. You know, obviously it had My Way. It had, so many, so many. Summer Wind. Last Dance. Um, what's the one? Strangers in the Night, another one, yeah. Another one. What's the one? What? Down Mexico way. There she was, in old vintage lace. So it's not Summer. No, that's not Summer Wind, is it? No, it's something else. Anyway, Something Stupid. So many great songs, and it had New York, New York. And so, with just that CD, granted, I eventually got the radio replaced with a CD player, but by that point I was stuck. I was already then keeping the new radio on the same channel because I had become a fan. So I would listen to actual music from the CD, and I would at first it was just New York, New York. I'd put it on replay, but then I'd start to listen to some of the other songs, one song at a time, and each song would speak to me and would really, like, I felt like each song was an answer to a question I had, or that Frank Sinatra
Who's been holding up the
had
damn
recorded
elevator?
it just for me. And Dear Bob with a $10 donation says, "Can we get a minute of My Way from you next Friday?" And why wait till next Friday if you no? I know. I told people I don't want to sing My Way because it's just that's the one song I really don't want to. I don't want to. Now you're very nice to donate $10. I really, really appreciate that. Let me ask you, and you don't need to donate money to reply, but is there any other song, any other Sinatra song I could talk to you? I really would hate to pollute My Way. I am a Billy Joel fan, JP's. Over the years, I became, in fact, second only to, well, I mean, there's Sinatra and the rest of the Rat Pack, but second only to the Rat Pack is Billy Joel is a close second. Billy Joel is a close second, and yeah. JP says, I bet he is talking with his hands right now. South is north, up is down, cats and dogs embracing, pure pandemonium. JP says, sounds like Shatner singing. Miss Londell says, but is Caroga the town that doesn't sleep? No, Caroga sleeps. What'd you say? The orphans don't. Mama Price says the orphans don't sleep, but Caroga sleeps. JP says, nice stuck on M. Lol, woot woot Mattingly. Deed says, no, Miss Lundell, the town, it's the town of many naps, usually during movies. Deed says, Elvis does My Way way better. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Jedi Bill says, that's life. Indeed. Miss Lundell says, why doesn't Mel Torme get the respect he deserves in Caroga? Mel Torme's a good singer. I got nothing against Mel Torme. JP, yeah. Surprise Bird isn't a Billy Joel fan. I am a Billy Joel fan. Jedi Bill says, life. Don't talk to me about life. Mr. Lundell says, hey, Mambo. Mambo Italiano. Hey, Mambo. Hey. Indeed.
Oh,
Martin.
yeah.
Dear Bob donated another $10 and gets Kissing Dax. Oh, what a beautiful high hopes. Oh, we can definitely do high hopes. I'll do high hopes right now if you want. Or is that for next week? Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it both. I don't care. No, I'm not going to get copyright. I almost thought that was high hopes. High hopes. Lyrics. Karaoke. I'm not going to. If I play the video, that will probably get copyright. But high hopes. Right. So not. High hopes in the style of Frank Sinatra. There we go. Do 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 do. What? Just what makes that little old ant think he'll move that rubber tree plant? Anyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high apple pie in the sky. Hopes. So anytime you're getting low, instead of getting go, just remember that ant. Oops, there goes another rubber tree plant. Oops, there goes another rubber tree plant. Instrumental break. Then B with a stinger. Once there was a silly old ram, thought he'd punch a hole in a dam. No one could make that ram scram. He kept butting that dam, 'cause he had high hopes. He had high hopes. He had high apple pie in the sky hopes. So anytime you're feeling bad, instead of feeling sad, just remember that ram. Oops, there goes a billion kilowatt dam. Oops, there goes a billion kilowatt dam. Another instrumental break. There's not much left, don't worry. The end is in sight. You can oops, there goes another problem. Kerplop. Oops, there goes another problem. Kerplop. Kerplop. There you guys go. You can thank me later. You can thank me later, dear Bob. Jedi Bill uses his 36th month in a row. Friend of Karoga Super Chat says, Kapla Bird Prey 5. I will do all Sinatra karaoke stream for you. Oh, that's nice, Bill, but I don't like, I really don't like doing karaoke streams. It's one thing if I'm doing it on my stream and you guys have nowhere else to go and you're kind of forced to listen. Best Billy Joel song? Oh, that's a tough one. JP's. Well, we didn't start the fire, but I really like the Down East the Down East name I can't say. Otherwise, it turns on my Amazon device. And I kind of think you might have known that. She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. Yes. Oh, great one, Miss Lundell. Summer Wind. It's the Summer Wind. No, the one I'm thinking of, down Mexico way. You, an old Spanish place. What's that song?
Oh, I know what you're saying, that.
Elvis is a thief. Sinatra, Bon Jovi, and Billy Joel. There's one or two Bon Jovi songs I like, but certainly not I don't put Bon Jovi anywhere near Sinatra or Billy Joel. JP says Elvis is a thief. Down Mexico way. South of the border. Thank you, Mama. South of the border, down Mexico way. There. Stan Lee says Karoga is a town where you might never wake up. Deed says Bird has been watching Kimmel on YouTube. We saw it. Yeah, well, I was going through the news and there was an article, a quote article about something Jimmy Kimmel fears or whatever. And I clicked on it and it was just a link to a Jimmy Kimmel YouTube. And I said, fuck that. And I closed it. But of course, the way YouTube works now is that even though you closed out of a window, it pops it up on another window. Stanley says, was that song written for the political party convention thing? I don't know of any song written for a political party convention, but it's very possible, as Sinatra was surely there. Stanley says, I know they recorded it for Kennedy. Or they let him use. Yeah, no, they let Kennedy use his music. JP says, apple pie in the sky. Deej says his ears are bleeding. Dr. Scotty says, I hear cats fighting. Words and pictures is waving. Broken chain? I don't know what that is. Stanley says, vote for Kennedy. Vote for Kennedy. Vote for Kennedy. Jedi Bill says, rub some dirt on it, Deej. JP's is obviously the engineers failed when building that dam. Mike Richards has Sassy going, "Aroo!" JP's as he enjoys holding us captive. It's Piano Man. That's it. Piano Man. That's a good one. That is a good one. D says, "Can I unmute yet?" Stanley says, "Everyone is voting for Jack because he's got what the rest lack. Everyone wants to back Jack. Jack is on the right track." Stanley's because he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. 1960s is the year for his high hopes. Famous Bearer says, "Hello, world." Hello, Famous Bearer. Captain Fandom Nerd says, "Yes to Deej. He can take his hands off his ears." Stanley says, "Come on and vote for Kennedy. Vote for Kennedy and we'll come out on top." Oops, there goes the opposition. Oops, there goes the opposition. Oops, there goes the opposition. Kerplop. Deej says, "Rue." Miss Lundell had it south of the border, down Mexico way. Jedi Bill says, "I'm going to start the world on fire." Is that like a Billy Joel reference? We didn't start the fire. Stan Lee in the Capitol letter. Yes, thank you. South of the border. That is the song. JP says, "Come fly with me. Come fly with me. Let's fly, fly, fly away. You can use some exotic booze. There's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me. Let's fly, fly away." Yes, "Come Fly With Me." Another one of those awesome songs on the Best of the Best Frank Sinatra CD. The greatest Frank Sinatra CD ever recorded. Stanley says, "Yeah, Frank Sinatra recorded that special version for Kennedy's 1960 campaign. It was released as a single." High hopes. JP says, "Come fly with me." Oh, yeah. "Come fly with me. Let's float down to Peru. In a llama land, there's a one-man band, and he'll play his flute for you. Come on, fly with me. Take off in the blue." Deej Odyssey says, "Sling us a web. You're the Spider-Man. Sling us a web tonight." Deej is Dear Bob. Yeah, okay, we got to keep going with Dear Bob. So I started with one Dear Bob, and now we've got like 6. JP says, "Sometimes don't you think you may have just been born in the wrong time?" Oh, JP's abso-effing-lutely. I was born 2 to 4 years late. If I was born 2 to 4 years earlier, I'd have been a billionaire. I would legit be a billionaire right there. I was just a little too late getting into the computer stuff. I just a little too late. Of course, I mean, who's to say that if I was born earlier that mom will pray and dad will pray and the family and all that other stuff would have been around and ready, and who knows, but anyway, there's no point in worrying about that now. Okay, back to Dear Bob. Sorry, guys. James Darren saying, "Come fly with me better," says Deej. Well, I would agree to disagree. JP's was wanting to be born in the 30s. Well, I don't know if I would want to go back that far. Dear Bob, what was your favorite vacation spot? It's a tough one. I mean, Arizona was always my go-to place. Sedona, my go-to place. But it really depended on more. Any place I was, if it was with the right people, would be my Vegas. Vegas was really my go-to vacation spot. So it's a tough one. I tell you, if I'm alone, Arizona. If I was with people, Vegas. Dear Bach, Frank stole those lyrics in the middle of the night. I heard him get out of bed and take my notepad just when you think you know a lover, Freddie. I have no idea what that would even mean. Yes, Mama Way.
You don't know what.
Dear Ba, where can a dame get a hold of some Virginia Slims? Those are my favorite smokes. Gertie Schiltz. I don't know. Where can a dame? Have you tried somewhere in where's a streetcar named Desire? New Orleans. Have you tried New Orleans? I hear there is lots of places a dame can get a smoke in New Orleans. Might have to show some body photos. Dear Bob, Salty needs a new partner. Since Jason is unavailable to perform any longer, I nominate you. LDG. No, thank you. I've heard that Salty, that Jason, Salty's got an open position, but what Salty needs is someone who can promise him time, and I cannot. I have no, not something I could do. Deed says, lol, even Mama Pray caught to Freddie and Frank. Yeah, I know. I wasn't going to make it easy on them. Deed says, wow, Bird even went against Vic Fontaine. I knew he didn't like Diaz. Again, Vic Fontaine is a very good singer, and I like him a lot. But Frank Sinatra is better. And I bet he would agree. JP says, well, I was going to say Sedona for you, Bird. Well, that's good. So that's good. You're getting to know me. JP's is way better than weird ass shit like Rainbow or Shabab. Deeds is Salty had a good show with Pinky and the Brain, but he gave that up. Yeah. Well, Deeds, why don't you try to get in? Does the Wicked Witch of the West scare you? Why is she so nasty? The Tin Man. No. The Wicked Witch of the West. I gotta be honest, the scariest thing in that movie was the flying monkeys. Dear Bob, Looking for a nice hotel in Caroga to spend a couple of nights? Can you recommend anything that has a nice indoor pool and ladies for hire, especially cute snugglers? Joe DiBiase. No. Unfortunately, at this time, there are no hotels available in Caroga. Uncle Joe, have you seen Dear Papa Deej? He said he was flying to New York to see you 2 weeks ago, and we have not seen him since. He said he has fallen head over heels for your sister and wants to find her and then propose. Then he will have a new mommy and a new brother. Oh, Joe, have you seen our papa? Daughter Peach and son Reej. Sorry, guys, girls, lady, kids of Deej. I have no idea where he may or may not be. Deej is not soy for his broadcast. And JP says, Wicked Witch of the apartment is in another room right now. Okay, guys. Well, that has made us through the Deer Box. I am getting hungry, so I think we will call it a stream here. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday, and I'll see you around. Kapla all. Oh, and a big, big thank you to the donations today. A big, big thank you to John Araki and his 5 channel members. Thank you to Jedi Bill for a long time channel member. Thank you, John Araki, also for the 99-cent super poop. And I obviously I appreciate it all. Next week, I will try to remember. Well, remind me. You do not need to pay, but remind me if you still want. I will a short rendition, not the whole song, but a short amount of my work. That's what you want. I will do it. I will do it. Thank you all. Good evening and good night, everyone, says Deej. Fake news, says Deej. JP has got to pee. He's on the Pepto train. Dr. Scotty says, adios, amigos. Words and pictures, puts out some hearts. Farewell, Columbus, Ohio.